Hi, good morning. As I told everybody, we had some news coming really soon for Dragonfly Advisory Services, so we're really happy to be able to tell everyone that we're actually going to be doing a workshop in the months to come, and we're extremely excited. And the workshop is going to be based on questions that individuals have that they've brought to our attention in the last few months as we've had the inception of Dragonfly. Questions they had, things that we need to know, and are we prepared? 56% of Canadians do not have a will. They're not ready. So the questions I want to hear from you, and what I want to know what's important for the workshop that's coming, is what do you need to know? What is important to you? We've had some great conversations in the months of past. We've actually had someone that actually went and did their own probate. So it's interesting to see how things are changing in society. We now have options when it comes to funerals. And with it, we've got great services coming into our community where you now have, you don't have to use the services that have been there from years past, and you can make a choice that's personal. So for us, bringing a workshop into the community is a great advantage. We can have discussions, a forum where you can ask questions, things that you need to know. Are you prepared? If your spouse, a parent, dies tomorrow, do you know what you need to do? Are you ready? Everything's electronic. Do you know where the passwords are? Do you know where your logins are for your parents? Maybe you know they've got contracts coming electronically. Do you know how to get into their email? All these little things now are coming in, and it's very important for individuals to be ready. And I couldn't believe the statistics coming in that a good percentage of our Canadians don't even have a will. So I want to have a conversation. I want to have that dialogue. Let me know, what are some of the things you'd like to know if we did a workshop, or we will be doing one when we do one. The date will be determined. We will have a legal representative there also to answer any questions that might be of nature that we can't answer for you directly, so that you're getting informed information. So it's important. Sit down with your parents, sit down with your husband tonight, your wife. Ask them, if something happened tomorrow, where are you at? Do we have a will? Do we have our paperwork in order? Who's our financial advisor? Where do we go for these questions? Be prepared, and it can happen to any of us at any point in time. There's such a misconception in common law in itself, where the common laws vary from province to province. So be informed. Let's work together. Send me those questions. It doesn't, whatever format's best for you. If you want to mail them to me, mail them. If you want to email, you want to go to our website at Dragonfly Advisory Services, put it in a comment box, go for it. Whatever is best for you, get those questions out to me, send them privately, put them on Facebook, and we're going to work with it, and we're going to get those answers for you. We're going to have a workshop where we communicate together, and we can actually have that dialogue, and it'll be open to any age, because it can happen to any of us. We can be in our early teens. We've actually worked with a young girl who lost a parent, and she was not even 20. So let's work together. Let's see what we can do here in Greater Sudbury to start that dialogue, to see what we need to know. Make sure that we're prepared, that if something happens tragically to one of us, that we know what the wishes are, where we want to go, that we get those wills in place, that we get all the information together and gather that data so that it's not so overwhelming for us. Dragonfly service is different. We're not the grief counselor. We're not the funeral director. We go a little bit beyond that step. So once you've done that process and you've finalized your funeral, you had that gray moment in life, you can sit there and you can work with us after the fact, where we sit with you for months. We're still working with one client from October, sitting every time there's paperwork that comes in or something that happens, that we're actually sitting with them and working through the process. So we're not an overnight. We become part of your family. We become an extended conversation, and that's what we're here for. Those emails that come in and, oh, can I do this? I just got this in the mail. What action do I have to do? How long do we have to before we have to do those final taxes? All these little things that are going to come into play. Contesting wills has become really pronounced in the last few years, which is amazing. You have a will in place, and then all of a sudden, I guess maybe extended families is coming into play, who has the rights. So making sure we have everything noted is very important before that time happens to us, because it sucks. It's going to, no question about it. We don't want to look forward to it. We don't want to see it happen. But at one point, at one time in our life, we're going to lose our parents or our spouse, heaven forbid a child. There's so many factors there. So let's be prepared. Let's start that conversation. So I'm not blogging today. I'm doing a little bit of a different format. and be prepared for the questions that need to come that we want to be able to answer for you. So I'm really looking forward to this workshop. It's giving my brother Jamie a little bit to do electronically, getting some data gathering. When you look at statistics here in Greater Sudbury and the individuals that have passed away, just statistically here in our community, and the percentage of fraud that happens to come in Ontario after someone dies, we want to start working with the community a little bit different. We're here now. We're not going anywhere. Dragonfly Advisory Services is a service that's been seen to be an asset to our community. Our long-term goal is to grow. There's no question about it. We just now want to work on that education component and start with a workshop. I think that's really important. So any question you have, send it any which way, any format that's important to you. Telephone conversations work also. Give me a call. We will do everything we can to make sure these conversations take place. We're going to make sure all the information you're looking for, the questions you have, whatever it might be, we can get those answers, and this workshop will be open to everyone. It's important that we work together in the community to alleviate some of that stress and grief when we do lose someone, and to know what our rights are, and without having to try and struggle in one of those darkest times. So let's be prepared. We do evacuation emergency, we do emergency services in Greater Sudbury. We're prepared for some of those tragic events. Well, let's be prepared for in case we lose someone also. Let's start working towards that, and not be part of that 56 statistics that show we're not. Let's show that Greater Sudbury can be prepared, and let's try and strive for a little bit of a higher goal. So that's the end of the conversation for this morning. I'm really excited about this workshop. Date will be determined. I'm hoping to bring it in sometime maybe I'm looking at a date in June. I just have to confirm a few other things with other individuals, especially that'll be part of the workshop with legal. We're working with a great lawyer here in our community now with Jordan, with Judd Law. He's awesome, and he's really quick to respond if we ever have any questions. So I'm hoping he's going to be available. So I want to work with him. That's really important to me. We are still using Mills & Mills. If someone has a question that's legal, that's beyond our expertise. Sorry, haven't had enough coffee yet. And we definitely will be bringing people to this workshop that will be knowledgeable and can answer any question possible. Have a great Sunday. I look forward to seeing everyone again soon, and thank you everyone for joining me. Start the dialogue. Take care, everyone.